Hello!
Hello.
How are you this evening, Mr. Lee Stewart Evans?
Oh, it's been great. What a day.
I can't believe this is still going on. I can't believe
I
that
know.
I can't even remember. Are we on? Is this day 4? Is this day 4? This is more painful watching you than you doing it, I imagine.
Oh, could you
So we
imagine?
are back. Is that what it's been like most of today? Being stuck in dense undergrowth?
Oh, it's been a June's day.
A Tuesday in what? Ooh. I haven't been. I've been working all day in a basement,
Uh,
a dungeon, as it were, and I have not been following you today, unlike other days. So I have no idea where you've been today. So just a quick overview of where you have been and where you are now.
let's catch up. Let's do what they do on those Netflix things where it's previously on Lee Walks Through the Country.
Oh yeah,
So when we left
you were about 3 miles away from the checkpoint when me and David spoke to you last night. So
yeah.
go on, yeah.
And then, as is traditional, shortly after having a phone call with you, shit got weird. Shit got really weird, really fast. So I'm working my way through the countryside. My GPS signal has dropped to zero because around the areas near Birmingham, there are a couple of RAF bases,
Right.
and they have jammers on. And so my GPS signal drops to zero. So I am nighttime, tired, compass, and a map. And that's what I'm navving with. And it wasn't going brilliantly, but I was doing okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm about 2 miles from the CP, and there's a little will-o'-the-wisp light working its way towards me. And it's a head torch. And I thought, oh, total stars. I bet you Brian's walked out from the checkpoint. Just to come find me and walk me in?
Yeah, I take it wasn't that.
No. Well, I don't want to ruin it for you, but I shout hello, and the person shouts hello back, and I'm like, how are you? Yeah, good. I was like, I'm quite pleased you've come out. Yeah, great. So we set off at quite a decent pace. For me, it felt epic. For them, it wasn't that good. And we're chatting away, and the answers the guy's giving don't make a lot of sense. So I'm saying, how was Alan and Chris at the checkpoint?
Wait a minute. How do you? So you're running next to this person, asking them questions.
No.
No.
I'm walking.
You're walking next to this person, asking them questions, and
Yes.
and this isn't the person you think it is.
Jody, you have stolen my punchline.
Well, it's clearly that, isn't it? It's clearly that serious. But how do you not know? How do you not? Have you not seen this bloke before?
Well, it's dark, and he's shining a head torch when he approached me, and I thought I recognised the jacket, and then he was in front of me, leading me in. And it all got like one of those weird ghost stories where it ends with someone on the roof of a car with someone's head on the spike, and I don't have to look back. So we walk along, and I'm asking questions like, oh, how was Alan and Chris at the CP, and is everyone good? And he's like, I don't really know. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he said, and I thought, well, you've totally got a hand on things then, pal. And I'm like, okay, well, and I'm starting to say to him, listen, I think Alan and Chris are going to need some help in the Cotswolds. If they set off from the CP in the evening, they don't know it, but the villages, Stow on the Wold, etc., will be closed. They're going to have no opportunity for water.
Yeah.
So they're going to need help. And he's like, whatever. And I thought, oh, wow. So we kept walking for a bit more. And I know Brian's done a 50-miler. So we were talking about various things. And then he said, well, I've never done 50 miles. I've only ever done 20. And I'm like, huh? And then I realised it's not Brian. I think he was called Jake. It was the dude badder that met me on the first day. He's come back out at midnight to meet me. I know, what a star! And he called me all the way in.
And confuse you.
Well, here's the best bit. You know when a monkey runs across a minefield and gets away with it and doesn't blow up? This guy turned up to checkpoint 3, which sounds glamorous, and it isn't. It was actually a lay-by an A road. And he turns up and says hi to Lindley and says, "Oh, I'm just going to go and meet Lee and walk him in." And Lindley goes, "Okay, Monarch's Way's that way, mate. Make sure you cross that bridge and then out you go." And Lindley says to him, "Have you got a map?" And he goes, "No." And then he said, "You got a GPS with you?" And he goes, "No." And then off he walks into the distance, and Lindley sort of goes, "Goodbye forever." so he wanders off, and you're not going to believe this. Of the 625 miles of 7 badges per county, this particular section is well marked. And bugger me if the bastard doesn't make his way all the way to me without needing any help.
Oh, he's better than you. He's better than you. He doesn't, you know.
It's mind games again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. There is. He's a mole.
Mind games. So, yeah, he got me to the CP. We took a quick selfie together. I actually had a proper look at the selfie in the morning, and I looked like shit. I look like Keith Richards.
Oh,
like my eyes are half closed.
You look like a kebab shop owner that's just woken up because some drunken people on the high street have been banging on the door to get him up because they want a kebab, and he's come out in the middle of the night and go, "Get the fuck out of here!"
I look like Johnny Depp's wino brother, who never got a gig. You know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Anyway, so that was it. Went to bed, woke up, cracked on again at 6 a.m. It actually takes me quite a long time to get from awake to on the move. It takes about 45 minutes to pack my gear up in the tent, grab what I need. So set off at 6, and then blink of an eye, it's late afternoon, and I've travelled about 3 miles. You know, sort of averaging 4 or 5 paces an hour. The video I sent, there was just no way through this field. So I'm going uphill at the moment. There's another bull. What is it with bulls when I'm on the phone to you guys? Hello, big bull.
It's so masculine. We attract bulls. I just attract bulls just through my. Oh no, that's not a good thing.
Oh no, hang on. They're not bulls. They're milky bulls. They're cows.
Oh, that's all right. Milky bulls. Effeminate bulls.
Okay, so what was I saying? Yes, there's this one bit where I need to get across, and it's almost, well, I say eye height, that means for most normal people, sort of waist height, but I need to get to this, I need to move about 30 metres through this field, and it's oilseed rape really high.
Yeah.
So I've developed a new technique for traversing oilseed rape, which involves taking a sort of Jesus on the cross pose and just falling forwards and clotheslining it until I hit the ground. And then you get up and you walk forward 8 feet and you do the same thing again. So I've created a do-badder crop. It's not a circle.
Do-badder crop circle? What, in the shape of Pato Banton's head or something?
It's more of a giant skid mark, really, from the air.
That's probably more appropriate for you.
So I did a crop circle today. How good's that? Who's done a crop circle mid-race?
No, I had this thing when I got out of the meeting that I was in, the workshop I was doing that I was in, and I looked on the GPS tracker, and for like a fleeting second, I thought, is he catching them? Is he closing the gap? Have I imagined that?
Are we into the smack part of the show now, are we?
I know, but for a second I was thinking, like, my eyes were deceiving me. I thought, like, they hadn't gone past the next checkpoint and you'd left the previous checkpoint. Therefore, you were on the same stretch, which I didn't...
We were on the same day of the race. It got weird. A few people started messaging me in the afternoon about the time that my core body temperature got to about 112. People were messaging me going, "I don't know what you're doing, but it's working." And I'm thinking, I'm doing like 1.5 miles an hour, so I have no idea what you're talking about. So in one guy in particular, I messaged back going, "Seriously, what the fuck, mate?" He's like, "Well, I don't know what you're doing, but you're making massive gains on them." And I'm like,
"Yeah, it looked like you were."
Backwards, unless they're going backwards, it's not like I've sped up. But it would appear somebody who's very nerdy that I know has crunched some numbers, and even if I get to the CP tonight at 3 or 4 a.m., it does look like I've made gains of about 10 or 12 miles on them today.
Oh my God, your plan is working. This is amazing.
Oh, imagine, again, it's monkeys and landmines, isn't it? If enough shit, one of it's going to come true. And then this evening, just to add to the drama and the excitement, someone's messaged me going, "Oh, I've seen Linley's video. I reckon Alan was hobbling."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Oh, event." And I'm thinking, hang on a second, it's spine races. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those has put his leg in a cast just to fuck with my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've painted scars and stuff on their face. That's amazing. The thing is, for them, I don't know what their longest races they've done. I don't know whether the spine race is the longest race. So
I think Chris has done some epic stuff. Chris is an amazing runner because the bastard still looks fresh now. I think
he does, doesn't he? It's amazing. Yeah.
He's one of those guys who's mega smiley permanently. You know, I go through on any given hour, you know, everything from depression and suicidal to elated, and I don't think Chris has any mode other than happy.
Oh, he's got this outward face of happiness, but his inner turmoil is like bursting at the seams. We might see that come undone, but he does every single picture. He looks so pleased to be there. I wish I had. What is he having that I want some of?
I have figured it out. You know, I don't know whether it's Dean Karnezes or Scott Buraduak or all the other people that everyone squeezes about whose books I haven't read. But there's one of them who's had his toenails taken off, hasn't he?
That's the mountain goat. Not mountain goat, speed goat.
What did we see? I was known as Slow Bear or something, wasn't I? We did a do-badder thread where we said, well, what would your ultra name be? And I think mine would be Slow Bear. But anyway, so I reckon having your toenails...
Carl Meltzer. I think it's Carl Meltzer. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Don't pretend you're clever, Jody. You've just got Google to hand.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not lying about that. I wouldn't... Yeah, of course I have. I've got Google to hand. I've got a cup of tea here. Got a lovely warm room. I'm going to go to bed in a minute. Oh, I've got a lovely dairy milk whole nut over there. I can't wait. What are you up to?
Well, I'm tabbing out 20 miles through the night, thank you. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying.
Go on.
So, Speed Goat has taken his nails off so that he can go faster.
Yeah.
I reckon the ultimate ultra runner has had a lobotomy so that they are permanently happy and they feel no pain. That's how you create the perfect ultra runner.
Yeah, I can see that. How would that work? You've obviously had a lot of time to think about this. Maybe we should listen to some music or something instead. Have you can you tell what's the terrain been like today? It all looks sort of built up and stuff. Has it just been through that awful Velociraptor grass all day?
It's been a lot of Velociraptor. Hang on, let me use my brain. I don't remember. Hang on. I'll tell you what was nice. Not being in Birmingham.
Oh, you're on your way to Stratford now. That'll be nice.
Yeah, Shakespeare country by 6 a.m. Shall I compare thee to a summer's trail?
I noticed that you subscribed to the Bad Boy Running YouTube channel, so you could listen to yourself, presumably.
I like the fact that I can basically be in the movie Inception.
I would think it would be more like being John Malkovich, and everyone's just says
a race. I'm in. And when you're tired, you no longer know what reality is. So you go, am I on the phone call now, or am I listening to it? And
do you start answering when you hear my voice?
Hello!
What happened there?
I think I was running too fast. I've slowed down.
Oh, good,
I don't
good.
think the mobile phone signal can't keep up with me because I'm so quick.
So what we were saying? Yes,
who knows? I was talking some sort of shit.
So you.
I actually, the reason I've subscribed to the YouTube channel is so I can share the YouTube thing, because actually talking to you once a day means I don't have to talk to everybody once a day. It's great. So I just message my wife and go, yeah, Jodie will update you.
Is that what you just distribute our conversation to friends and family to go, oh, this is everything that you need.
Otherwise it's fucking 17
boring.
messages of, you know.